a sense of community when you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. Well, I'm really pleased today to welcome somebody who's been on the show once before. We are fairly new Facebook friends. I'm thinking that if we met in person, we'd still be friends. At least I hope so. You better say yes. Okay. Time to talk to Brian Fogel. Welcome back, Brian.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Would we be friends
Good.
if we met in person?
Absolutely, because you're pretty cool.
Oh, thanks. I think you are too. I forgot to tell the audience, in case they're fairly new viewers, that you're a musician, you're a drummer, right?
That's right, yeah.
Okay, so you have some updates for us?
Updates, nothing really. So, long story short, we're renovating the upstairs and our living room. So, life's kind of on hold.
Oh, okay.
Hardwood, painting, this, that, the other thing. So I'm sort of a hiatus from, if I can, from music. Temporary, just a little break so I can focus on family, mainly renovating, and my day job. So
Are you
yeah,
are you doing the renovating yourself?
some of it, yeah. The majority, yes. The hardwood flooring, no, I'm not installing that. That's yeah, that's being done by others. But yeah, we're ready to, hopefully the living room will be ready for Christmas. That's the goal.
That'd be nice.
That's the goal. And we'll see, right? If time allows. Yeah.
Sure. Oh, what do you do for the holidays? How do you celebrate?
Well, our daughter is in university, and of course she comes home, and we'll have my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, a couple friends over for, Christmas dinner. Around, it's kind of mix of this and going to visit, seeing old friends, having, so it's just a mixed bag of just lots of jolly.
That's nice, right?
Yeah.
Let's just talk about how Christmas was for you when you were little and how it is like compared to now.
Well, everybody's kind of scattered all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
And North America,
Yeah.
good friends have moved to the States, and my brother's in Montreal, my sister's in Toronto, my parents are up north most of the time, Northern Ontario. So it's kind of see you when we see you, kind of, with friends. I guess it's an age thing. As you get older, your circle just gets a little bit more tight. But we make the time to just bear down, just relax.
Yeah. I think often
Can't put anything on hold, as you're a busy person too. So I mean, the full life, right? I can't.
Yeah. I was
Just sit still.
I was just thinking about that this morning. Like, how did life get so busy?
Well, I don't know. I have to fill in the gaps. A hockey fan, when hockey's on, it's religion. There's some people gonna boo, but Toronto Maple Leafs,
Boo! No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, you're
I was a Montrealer for years.
Are you a Canucks fan?
I used to support the Montreal Canadiens.
Well, the Canadiens, yeah.
When
there's this big rivalry over Toronto Maple Leafs and the Habs.
Yeah.
And then, that's the political side of hockey. Hands off. I don't Leaf fan.
Right.
They win, great. They lose, that's okay too, right? It's not all about winning. It's just about dedication and, your loyalty, So, I mean, I don't know. Like I said in the last interview,
Yeah.
in my blood, I'm from Winnipeg. So should I be, rhetorical question, should I be a Jets fan? No. Canadian, you get into all the politics of hockey belongs in Canada. No, it's a worldwide.
Yeah. It's a sport that anybody should be able to enjoy, right?
Love it. I don't watch much TV. When I do, it's the documentaries and and hockey. So
yeah. Oh, just reminded me when we were kids, there was 2 channels. One was English and one was French. And my father liked to watch the hockey, so he'd turn it on, but it was in French. So he'd have the hockey on TV, black and white, of course, and the radio on in English, because the English would be announcing the hockey game.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
It was fun. Yeah, it was really fun. And again, those, when I watched hockey was Jean Beliveau and Yvan Cournoyer, those players, to me, that's when they were at their best. But then it's because I got away from it. You know what happens when you have children? Your life changes, right?
Right. Well, of course, it's like anything, out of sight, out of mind, like anything. I remember as a child, I wasn't allowed to stay up to watch the hockey game. So I would have this little transistor radio under my pillow. That's when you can listen to hockey on the radio, right?
Right.
So,
when you were younger,
amazing.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I just want to ask, did you ever get into any kind of sports when you were young?
Well, I started playing hockey when I was 6. So, Mom used to take me. Dad was always working.
Mm-hmm.
And, she'd be like, go get him. She'd be there all my game. So, so very supportive.
Yeah.
And so
once your renovations are done and Christmas is gone and you're getting back into your music,
fresh start,
getting back into what I know that's in your soul. Because I think musicians are like that. You're a musician for life, no matter what it is you're doing, right?
I'd hope so. Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. It's just everything seems to be their music. It's me. I'm one of those, if I can use the term, a gormandizer of the passion. Like, music is just, it's there.
Right.
It doesn't. They call them, a lot of musicians, weekend warriors. They just that's okay because they're doing it part-time, but I do it part-time. I don't have the time to do it during the day. Mom always said, do it part-time. You don't move, get a career.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's tough to make music a career.
It is. A lot of the bands that we book for in our booking agency do it full-time. And I see the struggle. It's tough. They're playing sometimes 6-7 nights a week. But they do it, it's amazing. Yeah.
The dedication, doesn't it?
Not something I would want to I've been on tour a couple times in between jobs, way back in the day. A couple Canadian tours and just kind of take vacation, go on tour kind of thing. But back to what's happening after Christmas is with our booking and promotions, we have 2 festivals to arrange, coordinate, and plan for 2024 summer.
Okay.
It's a lot of it's hush hush. I can't disclose.
Well, you'll have to once you can disclose it, you'll have to come back on and then you can.
Well,
right?
Yeah. What I can say is working on a few West Coast pioneers coming over here
Okay.
and entertaining their fans in Ontario.
Right.
That's one thing in the works. And the other two festivals are also in the works. I can't really, say it's some people, they just, music is just in their blood and that's all they care about. So, I mean, they care about all this stuff too, but, you know, um, yeah, it's good to see, as I mentioned in the last interview, a lot of the pioneers of rock and roll are from out west. Toronto was a big, I think there's a couple things I didn't mention. Of course, Toronto has always been a influential part of Canada. Toronto, even the East Coast, there's where April Wine, they're from, I think, Halifax. Correct me if I'm wrong. And there was a huge, like you were saying, just an influence of the American radio coming in. We'd listen to it, I guess, from Seattle mainly, in the back, the sixth rock and roll Elvis, just influenced, and there was a surge of all these great bands came out of American radio. And one person I did forget to mention who is a massive influence was Bobby Cortola.
Oh, all right. I haven't heard
You
that.
remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that name in a
I
while.
have to mention, just it's amazing. I'm not a history buff, but I like to areas where I live in. I want to know the history. Now we're living in Haldimand County in Ontario. I want to know, the roots and the pioneers of that built, it just,
Because it's interesting, isn't it?
to me, yes.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
it's amazing. It's just I don't know,
But touching on what you said,
that's for me.
sorry, about who.
That's for me. I
Yeah.
mean, that is the kind of thing that I like to research, and
Yeah.
I don't know,
I think it's
but,
great.
yeah.
I think it's great.
So,
I grew up listening to American Bandstand. That's
yeah.
And also, though, living in Montreal, there was when I was a young teenager, I would go to there was a French show called La Jeunesse d'aujourd'hui, which is like today's youth. And it was you could go there, and it was the same as American Bandstand in a way, much smaller scale, but all the musicians and the singers were French. So I got some of that culture too, which is really nice. I mean, we're lucky that we could, like nowadays with Zoom or with YouTube, we can listen to anybody's music from anywhere.
All convenience.
It is convenient.
We're paying for convenience.
Yeah.
Listen, it's like Amazon, right?
Yeah. You pay for the convenience.
I ran out of toothpaste the other day.
Oh no, how could you run out of toothpaste?
I know. So I said, okay, we're doing an Amazon order. My wife said, why is there toothpaste? You're going to get toothpaste from Amazon. Get off your ass. Ooh, sorry. Drive into town and buy your toothpaste there. You can literally get anything.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everything's. I was born in 1967.
Oh, okay.
So I remember my father installing a garage door opener. It was click.
Yeah.
Fasten. I think it was like 6 or something. Oh, now we don't have to open the garage door, right? We can just click on the button, drive right in. Snowstorm. We just moved out here, so I'm cleaning. We have it's like a triple car garage, so I have to clean. There's so much storage in there. I'm in the midst of moving it all over to one side so we can have our car go in there for the winter. Down here where we are, we're on Lake Erie. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
We're about a 10-minute walk from Lake Erie.
Very
And the storms, Nancy, I tell you, are horrendous.
Oh,
Everything gets, we have to secure everything down like, on a boat.
wow.
It's amazing. Like just, being that close to the lake.
Exciting from the inside.
So if I was to take a boat,
Yeah.
okay, and boat from Lake Erie, which is 5 minutes from our house, if I was to take a boat, I would end up in Cleveland
Okay.
directly. So we're all basically on the northern tip of Lake Erie, and
Yeah.
it's just it's a great place to be. We just we're here now 4 months, and it's totally different if you ever live in the country.
Yes.
It's completely different living.
Yeah.
If you want toothpaste, you have to drive 15 minutes into town, right? So,
But it's the quiet, right?
oh, it is. I found everything, your whole central nervous system and your peace of mind.
Yeah.
You just do things a lot slower. I've lived in the city periodically throughout my life, spent most of my youth in Toronto, and everything was go, 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 rush, rush. Everything's a panic, driving, speeding, got to get there. I have to get home to watch the hockey game. If I speed, maybe I'll get home 30 seconds quicker. Right? That's what it boils at speeding,
Yeah.
Why? Out here, it's like, I don't know, your whole body is just relaxed, and you make time, and, today I have an interview with Nancy, and I have that hour to prepare for it, right? So, but, I don't know, the city living, I don't know.
Listen, I hear you. I went from a house to to living in a condo. And that's because, well, after my husband passed, it was hard to maintain everything by myself, And I tell you, moving from a house to a condo, it's not for everybody. I mean, I'm doing it. I've got a nice apartment. It's really a nice place, and it's central. Like, I don't drive anymore, so I can walk to everything I need to walk to. But I still miss not being able to go out the door to be outside immediately. I can't do that. I have to go down the stairs or out the elevator. I don't have access outside from my apartment directly, because I have a balcony. I'm above the ground, right? That's tough.
That's okay. There's good and the opposite on everything.
Yeah.
The benefits of condo life is,
what?
No garden. What? You don't have to maintain certain things outside, but
No show.
in the summer, spring, summer, fall, we're outside.
I don't have to shovel snow, although I always
that's a big thing.
Yeah,
right.
But I did always enjoy shoveling it a few times at the beginning of the year.
So what are the benefits? How do you balance out living condo opposed to, feet on the ground, feet in the earth? Are you balanced out, or?
No, because I know that if I could afford to move out of here and get a small little place, a small little house where I didn't have such a big yard, I would do it in a shot.
All you have to do is manifest that.
I lose track of my thoughts.
You want to do it, Nancy. If anything you wanted, that's another part of, the spiritual side. I'm a recovering alcoholic of 17 years.
Wow, good for you.
I share that. I'm open about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame the lifestyle. I don't blame genes or anything. It's just, it is what it is. So I made a choice, and, manifesting your, whatever you want to call it, the law of attraction or creative visualization, when you go from A to Z, but you focus on that and you get it done.
Yeah.
You see the final picture. Okay. So Nancy wants to a nice place.
It's not a condo.
When I lived out in Calgary, I used to go to the shoe swaps.
Nice, yeah. Well,
Remember sorry, go ahead. Beautiful.
Yeah.
The Rockies. So
Yeah.
I know I lived out there and it's amazing. You can't compare it. So
I can sort of manifest things for other people so much easier than for myself.
well, of course, right?
Yeah.
Doing it yourself it's work. There's work involved too. You don't if you're studying for a bar or something, it's studying and your main focus is on that goal. It works. I read things like creative visualization, which is essentially based on, you remember The Secret? The book.
Vaguely.
It's a law of attraction.
Yeah.
So if you get up in the morning and say, "Oh, I'm in a sleepy mood," then your whole day is going to be that way. But if you get up and say, "I'm going to have a good day," it's just all part of, energy. And I don't want to get into that because that's just a huge,
I know.
It's a universal, but I'm getting older now, so focusing on mainly family and taking a step back from playing every single weekend and doing things throughout the week. And what I focus on mainly today, like today meaning these days, is work and family.
Right.
Priority.
Yeah.
Right. My wife is sick. She has this horrible cold.
Oh.
So we do everything that help her out. And our dog, we have a husky. She twisted her leg last night.
Right.
Because she bullies our cat. So yeah, if when there's food, the dog protects the food. So the cat comes into that area, that space, and she charges at the poor little guy. Right. And just bully. It's bullying.
But she's lucky the cat didn't attack, because we know
the cat does swipe at her. Now, I don't know what it's like where you live, but I think it's by law you can't I wouldn't pull cat's nail, like what do you call that, declaw.
Oh, I think that's a horrible thing.
It's torture. You're not allowed to do it. It's against the law. I'm pretty sure. And again, correct me if I'm wrong. So we gotta be careful with that cat, but yeah, she'll get back at her and show her his place in the house. And but that's the thing about certain breeds of dogs. I mean, if there's food around. And I found out an interesting thing, that when you leave the house to go, if you're going to the store to get toothpaste, right, and there's no one here, dogs, because they live in the moment, they don't think you're gone forever, but they adjust to you leaving, then they'll go find something to do, and then they live in the moment.
Yeah.
But they do initially think when you're gone, when you walk out the door, that my owners are gone. That means that they're gone. How am I gonna get fed? So that's the survival instinct of an animal. Food, number one in the hierarchy, is food. Food, shelter, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just.
No, but it's fascinating though. They are fascinating.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, we have these brains that are supposed to make us more intelligent than the animals, but I'm thinking,
well,
I don't know.
Yes,
Or do
we
some.
have the mental capacity to think concepts,
Yeah.
space and time. Animals, when I said live in the moment.
Yeah.
So when you do leave for 5 hours, if you have to, I don't like to leave my dog for more than, a few hours, or we get a dog babysitter, if we're if we're gone for, 10 hours or so, of course we're going to get someone, but
Oh, yeah.
different animals, the mental capacity is greater,
Yeah.
but their intelligence is amazing. It's like, something as simple as watching a spider build a web.
Yeah.
And this big massive spider in out our deck going into our backyard built this. It started off that, and then it became this big huge spider web. And then I was walking into our I don't know what you call it, or inside patio, and I kind of grazed the spider web, and I'm like, oh God, she's going to have to build that again, because I pretty much walked right into the spider web. And then you start thinking, well, does that animal get all, oh, I got to build a new web now, this guy that I live with, he destroyed my spider web. So, but they don't think that way. They just do work.
That's true.
They're different,
Years ago, I wish I could remember what book, but somebody did an experiment on spider, and they kept wrecking the spider's web over.
Oh,
remember that? And then eventually the spider was just but the web was like crazy after a while. He just
really?
The spider couldn't do it properly anymore because it ruined it. Like I don't want to say it made him go crazy, but in a sense, that's what it looked like when you saw the end result of this new web. Now was never like it should have been ever again, because this person kept throwing it.
So this conversation we're having goes deeper. It really does. I mean,
yeah.
How would Nancy react? You just finished building this beautiful, I don't know, anything, an arts and a painting. Somebody came by and, threw it in the ground. How would you react if somebody destroyed a creation that you had made, rhetorically speaking? We would react with probably a lot of I'm really, really bleeped off, man. But an animal, no, so.
Yeah, it was just kind of really fascinating when I think about it. Anyway, we're going to run out of time.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting, just thinking about this, Brian. This is not really an interview. This is just you and I having it.
It's a chat. Hey, you know what? You're interesting. You're smart. You understand. You have a high intelligence level where I'm not saying I'm smart. Ask my wife. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But there are certain things that feed my brain. I need that mental nutrition.
Oh, good word. Yeah.
To talk about things. Let's talk about something. What do you want to talk about? Well, let's talk about, does the spider get really peed off, destroy its web?
Yes.
Right. And, just looking deeper into that, it's just, some people are thinking, why does he care? I don't know why. Okay. Who cares?
Because I have these weird thoughts. Yeah. No, I love it.
It's a pleasure. Every time I talk to you, you're a godsend. And it's great that I have an opportunity to talk to an intelligent, beautiful woman like you. There you go.
Thank you.
Praise you.
Thank you. And I just say, I hope your wife and your dog feel better soon. Okay.
Listen, she's not I don't treat her with kid gloves. She goes out there and I saw her cutting the grass. This is when we moved in. We didn't have the tractor. Now we have a tractor to cut our
Lawn. Yeah.
And that even takes a couple hours. And I saw her out there with the lawnmower, at it, and for hours, and I said, "You want a break?" "No." 4 hours of cutting grass,
Well,
it's just, worker bee.
worker bee.
It's amazing.
Worker.
Oh,
We better.
life is good.
Life
You
is-
make it good, or you can.
Yeah.
Your choice.
better end this before Zoom cuts us off.
Okay.
Let me do that. So,
Always a pleasure, Nancy. You're wonderful.
thank you, Brian. You
Okay.
stay on camera for a
Have
second.
a great day.
Thank you. Just stay on camera for a second. I just want to say goodbye to the audience. And I've been
Okay.
chatting with Brian Fogel. He's on Facebook. If you want to find out more about him, you can always just contact
Let's talk about.
Just
We're
talk
not
about
gonna.
things.
Let's just
Interesting.
talk, right?
Yeah. Take care, everybody. I hope you continue to watching the show because I really appreciate that. And thanks and peace out.
Peace.
A sense of community, Chilliwack's a place to be. A sense of community when you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. It's multicultural, you're sure to see it all. Chilliwack's a place to be, you'll see. Come party in the park, go dancing after dark. Chilliwack's a place to be, you'll see.